Hello, 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 hello. My name is Asherah and welcome to my YouTube channel where I'm looking at dissociative identity disorder slash psychosis versus conscious expansion, spiritual development. So I'm just jumping on today. Today is actually the 23rd of April 2026 and the time is 15:32. And I not long got back from my little office at the university, to be fair. And I wanted to kind of jump on because I've been connecting with some thoughts lately, but also there's been a few changes that I've recognized. So yesterday was an amazing day, and yesterday was Wednesday, but from Monday there's just been like a almost like a catalyst of different things happening. And when I say different things, meaning like perhaps the best way to phrase it is seeds that I'd planted. I seen certain sprouts coming up this week, and I was like, okay, I see what you're doing, Most High. And Monday, I started to kind of think, wow, literally every single day could be different. Not could be, every single day is going to be different. Like literally, like today's Thursday, but tomorrow something could happen that could just completely change my life. And that's how I've been feeling. Not just thinking, that's how I've been feeling. And since Monday, it's just been bam, bam, bam. Literally life changing situations happening. And then yesterday, I had 4 different things yesterday, as in like meetings online or whatever. And one of them, someone offered to fund a second platform for me, like an MPV, which is fucking fantastic. And then I got an email first thing in the morning to say that I'd been accepted onto some 6-month program, which is fucking incredible. Tuesday, I seen a link about some content thing, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna see what it's about. So I booked a call for today. Had the call today, ended up signing up, and all the rest of it. But the sign up is really good because when the man showed me his back office of what he's doing, his office is in a system that I've already got and I'm already operating in. So it's a case of like I it's literally like a wish come true because for about 2-3 years now I've been saying to the Almighty, Almighty, you told me to buy this program which I'm paying for every month. Okay, by the way, yeah, this is a direct debit payment every month out of my business account. And for the past 2-3 years, I can't get this fucker to do what I need it to do. I know what it can do, yeah, but trying to get this fucker to do what I need it to do has just, for some reason, it's just literally been an uphill battle. And then even when I'm on there with the people that have built the program and whatever, there's only so far they can take me. You know what I'm saying? And then some things, they're like, we've got like step-by-step videos, like looms, or we've got PDF documents you can download or whatever. So when I say I've been through the mill, I'm watching loom videos, on doing the fucking step-by-step shit, working online with them. So don't get me wrong, like my platform does shit because I know that I've put time and energy into it, but it doesn't do the things that I've been visioning it to do, but it can do them. So when my man showed me his back office today and I've seen that my man's clocked the code, you know what I'm saying? My man's got certain things clocked. I was like, yeah. So not only have I bought into like a sales, marketing, whatever, I've bought into someone who kind of has a fair understanding of the platform that I've bought, his system that he's developed around what I'm actually getting from his program. The way that he's done it, everything just fits into Go Higher Level because he built it in Go Higher Level, he built it in the platform. So realistically, there's no work for me. I'm not just somebody just coming to him looking to start something. I'm somebody who's already got the platform that he's operating in. I got the blueprint, mate. Do you know what I mean? So I'm really, really, really fucking excited. I can't even. Like, obviously, my excitement doesn't look like it's coming out in an expression energy because I got my energy on lock. I don't just like fire up on energy for no reason because I understand the sacredness of it. And not only that, I understand from experience, but also researching about that game of life methodology, or the methodology to the game of life. And that is to just keep it neutral and keep it moving. When it's rough, don't worry about it, don't complain, just cut through. And when it's good, don't worry about it, don't complain, just cut through. So just every day just feels like it's just neutral, it's a balance, and that's where I am. I'm more just balanced. And it's been an absolute fucking uphill journey to get to this point where things are just balanced. Not just energetically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all of my blood clot nervous system. I can't even begin to tell you. And that's what I'm just saying. Like, from last week, like the end of last week, I just noticed, like, I could have been all on Monday, but the weekend into Monday, I was thinking about some stuff that I needed to process. And it's fine, you know, like, harsh things come up. And whatever it is, what it is. But what used to happen in the past is that when certain thoughts, feelings, emotions, memories, triggers, whatever it may be, would come to me, I would have an energetic or a nervous system reaction to it. Do you know what I mean? And the other day, there was things coming up, and I was just in an observation. But I sit in that position now. I'm constantly just observing myself doing what I'm doing because I'm on autopilot. It's not me doing it. Yeah? Everything I do is spirit led. The thoughts that come into my head, all spirit. The actions I take, all spirit. The physical movements that I take, literally all spirit. So I know that I'm just a passenger. That's what it feels like to me. And that's not negative. For me, it's not negative because I don't want to be the driver of this life. I'm absolutely okay with being in the passenger seat, and not passively as in redundant in the passenger seat, but realistically just observing the flow of life, being in the flow of life, knowing that life be lifing regardless. So there isn't really any point kind of trying to go up against it. You might as well just swim with it. So it's like being in a boat and the tide's just taking you along and you're not paddling because you know, say the tide, you're going to end up somewhere. You understand? And I know I'm going to end up somewhere. So why am I taking out the paddle to try and take the course somewhere else? Because the rowing that I'm rowing can lead me 2 millimeters, 2 centimeters, 2 fucking miles in the wrong direction through the methodology of the butterfly effect. So it's best you don't do nothing. I'm not saying you don't do nothing, but I'm saying you don't do nothing, but I'm not saying you don't do nothing, but I'm saying for me, the Almighty and Spirit told me in 2022, say less. And then as I was moving into 2023, it was do less. And as I moved into 2024, I just felt things becoming less and less and less and less. Divorce proceedings, bullshit in the background, kids, work. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, my tasks were being completed quicker, earlier, sooner. Instead of finishing at 6 o'clock in the evening, I'm finishing at 4, sometimes 3. Nowadays, I finish literally by 12 o'clock. By 1 o'clock, I'm usually done. Unless I think, you know what, let me get on to tomorrow's task or next week's task more times. And then I run everything in a planner. So all my tasks are listed every single day that I'm working on them. And I don't finish the day until everything on the list has been ticked off. Unless something isn't in my control to do so. Do you know what I mean? But that's literally how I run my shit. And that's how I've been running my shit. And now it's like the seeds that I've been planting, they're finally doing something. It's like it's April now, and we just got into spring. The soil's right. It's above 10 degrees Celsius. So we can get the budding going on. That's what it feels like. I feel like there's buds and there's shoots, you know, and things are moving in the direction. But what really hit me was this morning, while I was getting ready, I was listening to a reading. And a thought came to me because in 2024, around the January, February times, I was going through spiritual warfare, but how it was presenting itself, as mental health. And it had been presenting itself as mental health for a number of years, if I'm honest. Because in 2022, I was saying to my kids, like, I'm off my fucking head, man. You know, like real talk spiritually, like the things that I'm seeing, like my eyes aren't closed, my eyes are wide open, looking through my 3D pupils, and I'm seeing some 5D shit. And don't get it twisted. All my life, I've seen ghosts, so I understand that seeing energy, 5D energy, with my 3D eyes is not uncommon for me. I see ghosts, I see extraterrestrials, I see fucking looks like Diddy, you know, the Drago out of Diddy Kong Racing, like shit like that. I see orbs, you know, I have conversations with spirits and entities all day, every single day. That's okay. But in 2022, shit got real, man. It got really real. Like, this wasn't just about seeing an image in the corner of my eye or having an entity stand up in front of me, or even fucking Metatron fucking coming in my room and chatting and telling me what I go on, like, or portals and vortexes opening. Like, this started to get different. It started to get different, man. And don't get me wrong, there was elements of bits and bobs like that happening before, but this was some next level shit, man. I'm talking like nothing that was happening in the 5D wasn't presenting itself, or shall I say, was also presenting itself in the 3D. I could not determine what was my 5D reality and what was my 3D reality. Like, when I say that the realities were blurred, yeah, you know what I mean? So it was popping off on time. I'm looking outside the window, the birds are shape shifting. The feathers ain't feathers, the feathers are turning into like metal, like metal armor. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm seeing fucking engravings. I'm seeing shapes, patterns in the animals, in the fucking birds, in the dogs, in the cats. I'm talking to animals, I'm talking to birds, I'm talking to fucking flies, I'm talking to bugs. Spirits talking to me. Sometimes spirits translating it. Sometimes I'm just directly talking to a fucking fly. And I'm saying, nah, this some bullshit, blood. This is some bullshit. This there's no way that this is what is going on while I'm sitting down chatting to a fucking fly, and the fly is behaving and moving in a way where it's communicating back to me. It's communicating back to me telepathically, so it's actually talking to me in my head. But even without the fly talking to me, the fly's doing what I tell it to do. Like, I'm telling the fly, don't jump on my leg because I don't want you on my leg, but you can jump on the banana. Do you know what I'm saying? You can jump on the banana. And then I seen the cheeky fucker go to jump on my leg. And I've said, I told you not to jump on the leg, jump on the banana. And he's turned and jumped on the banana and then looked at me, rubbed his hands together, and then commented and said something to me telepathically. And I'm like, this is some mad shit. This is not even real. Fuck you, fly. Do you know what I mean? Bees, wasp. I woke up one morning, one bee's just crawling over my forehead. Spirit's like, don't trouble it, it's fine. It's coming to bless you. I'm having to lie there with a bee climbing across my fucking forehead. I'm so frightened of them. Do you know what I mean? Spirit's giving me the downloads because there's such a connection. This is why Beyonce calls herself Queen Bee. Like, it's more than just the fact that her name's Beyonce. There's elements and there's things around Queen Bee. And even like the movie, is it Jupiter Rising or Jupiter Ascending or something like that, where all the bees surround my girl, and because she's the queen of the bee, she's the queen bee, and then they take her up spiritually to alternative dimensions and stuff like that, alternative realities where she's the queen in a different galaxy. Like, these movies be chopping up what be going on. But the joke is that this information is coming to me, and then spirit will bring a movie or bring something to help me connect the dots or have a greater or a more in-depth understanding of it. You know what I mean? So obviously 2023 was a next year, because that in that year now, so I'm already talking to bugs, animals, birds. I'm talking to trees. Trees are opening up vortexes because I'm in the woods every single day. There's fairies, fucking, I want to say leprechauns, but I know this shit sounds like I'm taking the piss, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I also have to be authentic to what is my reality. Do you know what I'm saying? So you've got like the Frey community in the woods, yeah? Entities that live in the woods but don't necessarily show themselves to humans. Just like the animals, you can walk through the woods and walk through the park and not know that there's 100 rabbits, 500 squirrels living in that park because they don't show themselves to certain people. But then you can be walking through the park and every step there's a squirrel jumping out, a bird jumping out, some type of animal. And that's what started to happen to me more and more and more as I walked around these woods. I'm in these woods for like 3-4 hours, you know. I'm in these woods till the middle of the night. I'm in these woods till I know where I'm going in the night, where there's no light apart from the moonlight. And I ain't got no battery on my phone because I've been there all day and still made my way out. You know what I mean? And when I'm saying I'm in the woods that I'm talking about is like the area that the woods is in. The woods is bigger than the area, basically. Like the woods dominate that part of the area that I used to live in. Do you know what I mean? So it covers a wide range. So 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, it's not enough to walk through the whole park. You drive around it. Do you know what I mean? Like literally, to drive around the park is miles worth of car mileage. But the you can drive around the whole park, and there's different entrances from different areas. The park stretches over different areas. So if you're in Little Aston, they've got their entrance. If you're in Four Oaks, they've got their entrance. If you're in Streetley, they've got their entrance. If you're in Boldmere, there's about 6-7 different entrances because there's 6-7 different areas surrounding this one park that this park covers or runs through. I'm just trying to emphasize how big this space is. And in 2022, Spirit had me walking the whole of the woods, pouring my menstrual blood, pouring my urine, constantly going out with bottles and bottles filled, just pouring it into the ground. That's all they kept saying to me. Get your DNA in the soil, get your DNA in the water, because it's filled with lakes and stuff like that. Like there's some amazing restaurants and that in there. It's not a little part, like I said. And I kept doing what I was told. Everything Spirit said I did. Everything that Arisha said I did. Everything that Ancestors said I did. Everything Spirit said I did. Everything the Archangel said I did. I made sure that I did. The Almighty I did. You know what I mean? Even the crazy stuff, I still did it. You know what I mean? Because I accepted the call. And the call required me to step outside the box and do some shit that, even in my right mind, I'm looking at myself side-eyed. I'm looking at Spirit side-eyed. I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? You know what I mean? So putting all my DNA in the soil, whatever, come 2023, like I said, the trees are talking to me now. The trees are talking to me. The trees are showing me things. As I said, there's vortexes open. Spirits like bend under that bad branch, go around that tree, cross in between them trees, go between them branches, climb up on that one, turn to the left, turn to the right, come back down. Like when I say it's like a fucking maze, like a treasure, like not even a treasure hunt, because it's not like I'm hunting for anything. I'm just following a whole heap of instructions. Pick up that feather, pick up that stone, put that stone there, put that feather there, bring that one to the lake, make an offering to the Orishas there, move from, bring that thing there, take a flower from there, bring that. I don't even know why I'm doing it, you know. There ain't even, there is sometimes, because obviously sometimes the downloads do come with explanations, and sometimes the instruction that I'm being given is linked to something prior. So I can see how the dots connect and stuff like that. So, you know, it's not all in the dark. Some of it is in the light. And also because I'm psychic and clairvoyant in many areas, I also see a lot of the future. So some of it I know because I've already seen it, or I've already got a higher understanding of how this links. So I spend a lot of my time working out the divine's plan. You know what I mean? So I can understand what the next moves are. And the reason why I perhaps do that is because I'm a control freak. You know, the physical me is a control freak. Like, I like to know what's going on. I like to know what's happening. I like to know where I am. I'm very, very, very organized. I'm very meticulous. Like, I'm organized to a next level of organized. I'm post-its, highlighters, organizers, planners, list, checklist. My checklist get checked 3 times. They have a number next to the item that needs to be completed. Then on completion, if that number hasn't had a circle around it and then a tick through it to verify that it has been done and it's been double checked to be done, then that's not a completed task. So I'm very, very, very regiment when it comes to the organization because I like to be in control. But what I've had to do is surrender. I've had to surrender not the way that I organize myself, but trying to be in control of it, trying to dictate which way the boat's going. Yeah. So I've stepped out of trying to paddle, but I still wanna hold the map. I still wanna have the map in my hand so I can see where the boat is going, so that I can checkpoint to that we are on the road that Spirit said we're supposed to be on. Yeah. So I can see, yeah, 20 miles from now, there should be land. I should be reaching where it is. And if I don't reach there, then I'm saying, like, all right, then. I'm not trying to take the paddle and row the boat to where I believe we should be. I'm just making a mental note because I'm observing, okay, then. We've done 20 miles. The working out the equation says that we was going to reach here. However, Spirit is now pushing us over here. We ain't gonna resist that. We're gonna roll out and see what the mission is over here too. But we're still gonna keep in mind that we still got however many miles before we reach that destination. So that destination can't get a circle and a tick because we ain't reached there yet. But I'm not gonna obstruct the fact that the Almighty is trying to take me somewhere new. I'm gonna go with the flow. So that's how I be living. So as I said, come 2023, like I said, I was up and down in the going on with bits, doing all kinds of whatever. And not just that, my altar, the things that was on my altar, the things that I was being told. I was being introduced to blood magic, but not blood magic in like animal sacrification, blood magic in menstrual cycle blood. And Spirit was downloading to me about the sacredness of it and what you can actually do with it, and why women are so profoundly powerful. And it is the blood. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, the feminine energy too, but the menstrual cycle is what it is, because there's something in blood sacrifices. There definitely is. Obviously there is. People wouldn't do them if there wasn't some type of whatever in there. But not only that, we know through history from the Old Testament, that's all them niggas were on, was sacrificing. They sacrificed so much, the streets used to run with blood. We're talking like 1,000 fucking lambs in a day. Like, like there's a royal wedding or some bullshit going on, like the worshipping, praising a deity. So not bullshit, but whatever it is that their beliefs were, it was about animal sacrificing, human sacrificing too, real talk, but a lot of animal sacrificing. So there's methodology in the madness from Moses' days. And obviously those guys, perhaps I would say, was closer to the divine truth than we are now. You know what I mean? Because it's every single day we're getting bombarded with paparazzi, propaganda, fucking lies, Freemasonry, MK Ultra, subliminal messages, you name it. And a lot of that wasn't going on back then. And perhaps a lot more people were connected in because they were eating the right food, vibrating at the right level, whatever. So I'm going to say that those people were most likely more tapped in. And based on that analysis, those people were indulging in sacrificing, because there is something about the shedding of blood. And this is what my ancestors have been teaching me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have to go out and kill an animal. I don't have to go out and kill a human. I produce blood that can be used in blood magic or sacrificing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of being a woman. Because what my ancestors were telling me and Spirit was that to cut yourself and draw blood on yourself or another man is a fucking sin. It's a sin. And I don't know what it is, but I remember being a kid and learning about Sikhs, and Sikhs carry knives, and if they draw the knife, they have to drop. I don't know. There's some kind of ritual sacrificial, not sacrificial, but some type of ritual within Sikhism that is about the drawing of blood. Yeah, with regards to, or even I should say, also within Christianity, with regards to going into a covenant. You know, certain covenants require blood too. You know what I'm saying? Like the blood pack or a blood oath between two brothers. You would see perhaps one each of them cut their hands and then join them together in a symbolism of mixing blood. You know, like so there's different ways over the years or history that have shown that there is something about blood. There is something in blood. You know what I mean? So when my ancestors were breaking that down and having me collect my menstrual cycle, it first started with the knowledge around the blood, and that they were encouraging me to dilute it and give it to the plants. And then I was like, what? And they was like, yeah, put your menstrual in the plants and help the plant roots grow. Sorry, so that's what I started with first. First of all, I Googled it. And on Google, it was saying that blood, menstrual blood, or yeah, is a very, very good source of nutrients for the plants, but you have to be careful to dilute it because it can be quite highly concentrated. And I was thinking, fucking hell, look at that. Loads of people, years and years and years before me, have been fucking watering their plants with blood. Then they was telling me, take my blood, because I had alopecia during my again spiritual warfare. Take my blood and put it on my head. Do you understand me? And I was like, what? And I was like, yeah, there's basically it will encourage hair growth. So then I thought, I gotta do some research on this. Bomba when I did some research on it, apparently, like I've even been to the hair clinics, and they do this. They take the blood out of you. They do something in their little lab with the blood where they actually just want to take out certain cells, and then they take those cells and they inject that blood back into your skull to promote hair growth. And you pay £500 a fucking session. Do you know what I'm saying? And then also when I went to Istanbul, they were telling me that they take blood in exactly the same way, but it because of the, like, when you have surgery, they're accessing different types of blood, so it's not just coming out of your vein. It's almost like organ cutting away. They can take cells out of the tissue themselves, whatever, and they would concoct a different type of blood medication to stimulate hair growth. So this is the reason why the ancestors are telling me put the blood on my hair, on my scalp. You know what I'm saying? But again, I don't want to just accept it straight away. Not that I don't want to, but you know what I mean? I also am a 3D person, so I will also look for information in the dimension that I'm living in to support the information that I'm already downloading from spirit, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So things just started to escalate more and more around it. You know what I mean? And I started to see more and more about what it could do. You know, so that was very, very, very educational in terms of spirit coming through in 2023. So that took me on a whole different dimension, as you can imagine. Then portals, galaxies started to open, as in like star constellations forming, just from me spinning my hand around and around and around. Do you know what I'm saying? Doing like big, massive whole arm world. And then just watching like the ceiling just open, or just a portal just open in my room. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, one time that I did it, one entity came through, but it wasn't well, I thought it was a negative entity at first. I nearly shit my fucking self. But when I kind of kicked off and asked Wagwan, and my mum was like, his Metatron, and he's doing his thing and whatever, and I started to do the research into Metatron. I found out that I've been walking with Metatron for years and years prior, man. I've even got his whole square on my back now, because me and him are like that. Me and him are like that, blood. You know what I mean? So Orion. So all by 2024, now all of these big wigs entities are coming in. They want to communicate. They want to come in and have a front row seat. Then you've got this galactal portal that's opened. So you have, like, imagine like Hunger Games, where I'm in the game, but all those people on the outside in the Colosseum watching. That's the ancestors. That's the celestial plane. That's all these different entities on different galaxies that are now tuning in and communicating and watching confirmation, bib horn. And it's getting fucking freaky. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm fourth walling shit. Come the end of 2023, when I moved back here, when I say back here, I bought this house over 20 years ago. And then after divorce proceedings and blah, 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 I just moved. Yes, I've been here a couple of years now. But the point is, when I moved back here, or by the time I moved here in October 2023, I was fourth walling it. I was just like speaking directly to the divine. Like, I didn't need to go through ancestors. I didn't need to go through archangels. I didn't need to go through no one. And don't get me wrong, in my head, if you had asked me in 2019 if I was speaking directly with the Most High, at that time, I would have said yeah. I would have said yeah. I speak to Spirit and the Almighty, yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like like some casual whatever, and just talking about praying my day, whatever. Like, it's an all day thing. Talking to the Almighty, it's an all day thing. Talking to Spirit, nothing ain't new. But come 2023, when I was fourth walling it, like doing a full on Deadpool, just literally stopping everything. It felt like time and space would stop, and I'm just talking. I'm talking directly to the Almighty because I've worked something out. And this was kind of happening from 2023, but it was happening in a different way. It weren't happening in a fourth wall way where time and space was stopping. It was happening in a kind of epiphany way, like, what the fuck? I just worked out the Almighty's plan. No, differently, most like differently, yeah. If we're te, then blah 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 blah, and then that's why we're te. So where, and I'd get a yeah, and I'd be like, I'd be on my knees crying sometimes because I'm like, divine, you're a fucking like, the word genius don't even cut it, because these are master level plans. And when I say master level plans, meaning that I'm tapping into myself on multiple rounds, multiple dimensions, multiple universes, communicating with different elements of myself on those platforms, and working out through the dots where I am in the future. Where I am in the future and what's going on in the future. It's like looking down a telescope. Yeah, and everything is in alignment. Like, I can see all the planets. I can see everything. And it's like these moments don't happen all the time, is what I'm saying. Like before, when it weren't a fourth wall situation. It was like these moments would just happen when things would come into alignment, and I would have a clear bird's eye view down it to say, wow, God. And I can see right down into the future and say, right, that's the path. Boom, 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 boom. That's what step one, step two, step three, step four, step five. Bang. Thank you, Almighty. I love it. You know, one of them ones. Whereas by 2023, I weren't waiting for an epiphany. I was just going direct and saying differently, is this what's going on? So I'll give you an example then. I came out of court and I had to go back to court the next day. 2 days of full court from 10 o'clock till 5 p.m. where the last one's out. And by the end of the first day of court, because I'm representing myself, so I'm up against a barrister, a solicitor, a legal executive, and Kafkas, and the ex-husband. And then the judge is for them too. So you got all those people, and Kafkas is like 2 people by them in themselves. The legal team is 3 people, so that's 5. Then my man, that's 6, and then his solicitor. Yeah, so like his solicitor, she represents him. So let me explain what I'm saying to you, because basically I've got 2 cases going on in it. I've got childcare proceedings and I've got financial proceedings. So because there's 2 different cases going on, as in 2 different case numbers, 2 different judges, 2 different proceedings, etc., etc. Every time I go, I'm by myself. If I go for childcare proceedings, you've got Kafkas, which is 2 or 3 people. You've got the children's solicitors, which is always 2 people. You've got my ex's solicitor and my ex and the judge. In financial proceedings, you've got my ex, his barrister, solicitor, legal executive. the judge, and then there's me on my side. So that's the setup. So after the first day of court, financial proceedings these were, and basically the next day I had to present certain evidence, but I also had to put the witness, put my ex-husband on the stand, basically. Yeah, so I had to accumulate those questions and get the things sorted out. But the judge also told me that he wants me to also put together my ending speech. So just like when you watch those court shows and the lawyer gives an end speech of like their final word, their final statement, their final account as to why their argument is the winning argument. I'm in my kitchen down early, like probably about 10, 11 o'clock at night, talking to spirit. I'm on one, blood. Obviously, I'm on one. I've been in court all day. The whole anxiety for that month, putting court documents together, fighting with solicitors about which evidence they think they're going to put in and not put in. Like, there's nothing but bullshit going on. I remember I got 2 cases going on, and the 2 cases are going on with the fuckery. And I've got the kids, and I'm homeschooling, and I'm setting up a business, and whatever else is going on at the time. So it's high level. So I'm flying with spirit, man. I'm not even eating like food. I'm so far in the 5D that food ain't even an option. Like, I'm in a size 4 at this point. Yeah, I'm in a size 4, just to put it into concept. A UK 4, so which is like a US 2 in it, if I'm not mistaken. So when it came to the night time and I'm chopping it up with spirit and I'm hearing certain things and I'm receiving certain downloads and the ancestors are coming in and I'm clicking and I'm tutting and I'm stepping and I'm in, it's that whole shamanic element in it. But at this time, I didn't know it was shamanic. I didn't know what was happening to me. I didn't know that I was unlocking this fucking ancient shaman inside of me. Yeah, I know I'm a high priest. I know I'm a divine feminine. I know I'm spiritual. I know I'm clairvoyant. I know I'm a medium. I know. What I didn't know is that I didn't know I was a shaman, and I didn't know how ascended of a shaman the ancient me is. Yeah. So when these things are happening at the time, I'm experiencing new experiences because I'm unlocking codes, and because I'm stepping out in faith with the Almighty. As much as literally I'm waking up in the morning and I need to go toilet 3-4 times before I even get to court in the morning, blood. Because when I say the nervous system, the nervous system ain't got no regulation. The nervous system ain't got no regulation. I'm being attacked spiritually, and I'm being attacked in the 3D, and I'm being attacked in the 4D, babe. So I can't afford to rely on me and my understanding of my feelings and my methodology about the way that I feel that the world works, how the world works, because it's all popping off on other levels. So I have to trust spirit. I have to trust faith. I have to let go and surrender, because this boat needs to go where it's going, and I can't paddle. Basically, I've got the shakes. I'm that nervous. I've got the shakes. So if I step into my physical domain, if I step into the 3D, I can't cope. So I spent a lot of time in the 5D. That's why food weren't in my thought. One thing about spirit, when spirit comes in, they will lock off the desire to want to eat. It's like a fasting thing, a forced fasting. What was the word I just heard in my head? It wasn't triggered, but triggered would do. Like, it's a triggered fasting. As you move more into the 5D, for me anyway, it's like the need or the thought of food becomes so redundant that I don't remember to eat. And then when it's spiritually invoked, I want to eat because the 3D me feels the hunger pains. But the 5D me won't allow anything to go past my mouth. And I'm crying, looking at the food, crying, because I want to eat the food, but I can't eat the food. So I've had to go through all of these processes and understandings and compromisations with spirit to really understand what's going on with my body, because I'm looking in my mirror and all I can see is skin and bones, and I'm like, yo, we got to eat spirit, you know what I'm saying? So there's conflict going on between what I'm seeing in my reality and what spirit is reassuring me that I'm okay. Yes, you can see your bones. Yes, you are withering away. Yes, you look like a piece of shit, but guess what? This is part of the process. It's like being broken down to fucking nothing. I call it mush. It's like the caterpillar process. When the caterpillar goes through that transformation, there ain't nothing about the caterpillar that's left. Nothing about that caterpillar. Literally, on an intercellular level, that caterpillar is non-existent anymore when it transforms into a butterfly. DNA proves that. And that was the process I was being taken through. That my DNA is not the same anymore. My blood is not the same. My cells are not the same. My energy is not the same. My body is not the same. Even the way I'm shaped is not the same. You know, the way I sound is not the same. Everything has changed. Everything has gone through a transformation, but I'm still me. You know what I mean? Whereas some of these people, like I've been following on YouTube, they've gone through a transformation and they look like a completely different person, like they've been cloned and took over. And that was part of the mission, what these fucking Freemasons or whoever these fucking external galaxy entities are, because we feel like it's just about the Masons or it's just about the Rothschilds or the Rosicrucians, and it's not. It's bigger than that. It's celestial, it's extraterrestrial, it's outside of Earth. You know, the earthlings are just the puppets, really, just like I consider myself to be a puppet now. This physical body is an avatar, and it's an avatar puppet, just like Avatar. It moves and it talks and it does what it does because it's being led to do that. You know what I'm saying? It can't do nothing by itself. And that is evident when spirit leaves the body is no more, the body is redundant. So everything is spirit to me. So coming back to the point, that night when I was sitting in the kitchen, resonating, downloading, whatever with spirit, I'm getting these downloads and I'm getting these thoughts and spirit's talking to me. And at one point in that mix up, if you like, I've turned around and said, nah, hang on a minute. Fourth wall, Almighty, I'm talking directly to you. So this was the first time that I was just like, nah, wait up, hold a minute. Shut the blood clot front door. Almighty God, divine creator, I'm talking direct now. Fun and joker blood clot side. Are you saying to me, based on what you're showing me and what I'm putting together, that you want me to go to court tomorrow and say nothing? Don't give my big end of whatever speech. Don't add no more about what I think I should get. Don't do nothing. I heard yeah. I said, and say what? I heard, just say to the judge, Judge, all I'm looking for is a fair outcome. Yeah, a fair and just outcome. I said, you want me to go into court tomorrow? My last day to put my case forward. I've been fighting this for 4 years, you know. Don't get it twisted, blood. Yeah. 2019 it started. So what's that? 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 5 years to blood clot. I've been fighting this for 5 years. And now that we're on now that we're at the finish line, where this is the kill it stage, you know, don't fuck about. I got Chat GPT on this bitch writing like a fucking qualified barrister. Don't play around. I've trained my fucking Chat GPT for the last 3-4 years at this point. Yeah, trust me, I'm banging it. I'm motioning the blood clot judge. Never mind, because I've teamed up with an American company that knows about sovereign law and the straw man theory. I'm when I'm writing my fucking documents to court, I'm slapping in fucking Bible verses. Never mind legal fucking acts, because I'm brought in divine law. I brought in canon fucking law. Yeah, I went down the history of. I went down the fucking rabbit's hole with it. So don't play. So when I say that I had the power to put together the biggest and the baddest and the fucking wickedest end speech. Do you know, and this was my moment to blood clot shine. And the device telling me, stand back, soldier. All weapons down. All weapons. On the finished blood clot line, you know, we're on the battlefield, yeah? And I'm about to take out the last man. You know what I'm saying? Take out the last man. And victory will be my... The Almighty said, put down all swords down, blood. All swords down. I said, Almighty, seriously, you're telling me, yeah, You want me to go into that court tomorrow, and after everything that's been said and done, don't say nothing about the amount of money that I believe that I deserve. I'm telling you now, I'm looking 300 grand, 300,000 English sterling pounds. Remember, that's what was promised to me. That's what the divine had promised me. And now I'm at that last thingy now. And when I say I'm about to take like I'm in a position where the month before I could have took the house off him, and Spirit said to me, swords down. Do you understand me? The judge turned around and said, well, you got an opportunity just to provide your bank details. Anyway, like I said, the point is I had an amount that me and Spirit had talked about, and I'd been downloaded. And now I'm being told, like I said, the boat's supposed to end up that way in 20 miles. But for some reason, Spirit's taking us over here now, just as we're about to get there. It's one of them fucking moments, isn't it? So when Spirit's like, when the Almighty's like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you to do. I'm in a serious position here, innit? Because now this is fucking with the 3D, innit? Because this is a decision that needs to be made in the 3D that the 5D is telling me not to make. Stand down, soldier. I was like, bomba clock. So now, not only have you got to determine whether or not this is not the right thing to do, because at the end of the day, when you're walking in spirit and you're walking in faith, there is no, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there's a lot at stake here. So you got to make sure that the message that you're getting is the message that you're getting. You know what I mean? So in them same moments, and I've gone directly to the Almighty, and the Almighty shown me. The Almighty has shown me that, you see, when I say to the judge, all I want is a fair and just outcome, that is a message to him, because this judge has already had a dream and been given a download. So these words are supposed to resonate with this fucker on the Rotherham, yeah? Up there. These words are supposed to resonate. This is what the Almighty is telling me. These words are supposed to resonate with this fucker, yeah? Whether it resonates with him in words that is heard on the 3D, or whether it resonates with words that is heard in lifetimes ago. Regardless of what, there is a resonation and an acknowledgement, is what the Almighty is telling me the night before I'm going in to do what the Almighty is instructing me to do. So the Almighty is telling me that these words resonate with the judge, but this judge has a choice to make in that moment. He can either hear those words and deliver a just and fair outcome, or he can hear those words and not deliver a fair and just outcome. But whatever option he chooses, he will seal his own faith. You don't have to worry about your faith. What was promised to you will be yours, whether now or later on down the line. Don't worry about it, because time is fictional anyway. It's in divine time, not man-made time. What we've promised you is yours. It's just not going to be yours right now. Do you accept the challenge? Fuck yes, I do. Fuck yes, I do. I said, from your telling me that this ain't about me, this is about the judge, and the all is in judgment, because I'm a judge in spiritual court. I'll get to that in a bit, but I've already ascended to that level and being a judge, seeing myself as a judge, seeing myself as the biggest fucking entity I've ever seen, with Gamma in hand, with the fucking ex-husband in chains, low down, because we're in a Colosseum, and I'm up here at the top bit of the Colosseum, and he's way down there in the fucking pit, like where the gladiators are, chained. You know what I'm saying? So they've already made me see certain things over the years about being in judgment. I'm here as a judge. I'm here as fucking bait. Treat me how your blood clot want to treat me. See me how you want a blood clot see me, because that's the purpose. That is the purpose. To see me as a dickhead, to see me as bait, to see me as an idiot girl. That was divine plan. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm like, why is everybody trying to take me for chips, and I'm a big blood, you know what I'm saying? But nah, it was supposed to be that way, because I've been covered, deliberately been covered. It's like having an invisible cloak. They can't see me for who I am. It's only those who have eyes to see and ears to hear can really see what's popping up and what time it is. So anyway, now, that night when I've accepted, I've had to go through the emotional turmoil. I've had to regulate emotions and nervous system and all the rest of it. I've had to step out of one conscious perspective into another conscious perspective. So when we're talking about taking leaps of faith, you're taking leaps of faith along the path of faith, because the path itself is a path of faith. But along that path, there's some fucking cracker gaps that you have to be prepared to jump over or jump down from or climb up and take that leap of faith and know, say, you're going to be fine. The Almighty or the wind will catch you and sail you across, man. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the boat, there's a waterfall ahead. So these are the things that I've been experiencing. And then when I went to court the following day, I did exactly what fucking Spirit told me to blood clot do. You know what I'm saying? Nervous as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I was like, even in the last video, I was like, I wrote it down on paper. I wrote it down on my paper. I wrote it down verbatim what Spirit had told me to say. And that's exactly what I said to him. And don't get me wrong, the 3D we had to put their little 2 pence in by saying, you know, as long as I get something by Christmas. Do you know what I mean? And Spirit was like, just shut your mouth. Do you know what I mean? Just ut up shit. And then I turned to the judge at the end when he made his verdict and he gave his sentencing and he dished out his verdict. His verdict was his verdict. Spirit had already made me know it was not for me to judge the man's verdict. It was for me to accept the man's verdict and cut and go through regardless of what I heard. Because I had already accepted the outcome the night before. I had already accepted that the Almighty had it fucking covered and everything that had been promised to me would be given to me in divine timing. So therefore, what I'm seeing with my 3D eyes and what I'm hearing with my 3D ears is fucking irrelevant. It's fucking irrelevant. It don't matter. Because the 5D already knows where the fuck it's at. Because they've already shown me where the fuck it's at. They've already shown me what the outcome's going to be. They already shown me that the judge is going to make a fucked up decision. They already told me that the fucking judge is going to hell. He's already in hell. Sentencing has already happened. The minute he made that decision, he was already sentenced in the 5D blood. People think that it's all about what happens in heaven is what happens on earth. And it's true. It is true. Because I see things happen in the celestial plane and then I see when it happens on the 3D plane. But it's also the opposite. There are things that we do here in the 3D plane that affects who we are and what's going on in the 5D plane. It's like a butterfly effect. And then all of that is also affecting past lives, present lives, and future lives. However many variable realities and ultra universes, the alternative realities and ultra realities and different types of universes there is, man, but it's infinite. It's infinite. There are infinite possibilities. But every single possibility is being impacted by the things that we're doing here in the 3D, and things that are happening there are impacting us in this 3D realm. Like it's one thing. It's one machine. It's just one machine. It's one divine consciousness having multiple experiences at the same time. Intergalactual, 3D, mentally, soulmate, twin flame. On so many levels, it's almost uncomprehendable. But to me, the reason why it feels comprehensible, or maybe the way that I articulate it sounds comprehensible, is because of how much of the downloads that ancestors and Spirit and the Almighty has given me to help me actually understand what's happening to me and why I'm so fragmented on all of these different, why I'm having all of these different realities, why are all these things happening to me? Why is my dream world blended in with my 3D world, blended in with my reality world, blended in with my 5D world, blended in with my 4D world? Like, shit be going on, man. Shit be popping off. So that's an example of what was kind of starting in 2023. That was October. By 2024, February, oh my God, fuck. My brain had split into 100 different consciousnesses. I was on like 97. I could hear 97 different thoughts happening in my head simultaneously, and how each thought was linked to another. So imagine just on five thoughts. Just imagine I was having 5 main thoughts. Yeah. I was having a thought about west, just say. I was having a thought about west. I was having a thought about east. I was having a thought about south. I was having a thought about east, and I was having a thought about the center. Let's just say. Then my mind was splitting up. So the thought that was thinking about the north is now talking about, but what about the northeast? What about the northwest? And then there's thoughts coming in, but what about the northwest? And then the west east and the northeast? Like literally, it's being broken down into fractions. So this one thought that was once upon a time thinking about north has split into two thoughts thinking about northwest, northeast. Northwest and northeast have split into, literally, they're all having two thoughts themselves. So instead of now there being two, there's now four. Four becomes 16. 16 becomes 32. It's like that cellular level, almost like the when you go to one of those networking events and they show you about the power of networking. That was what my mind was doing. It was using that methodology of the power of networking, where my single brain had split into two, split into four, split into to 8, 16, 32, and so on. And all these thoughts were coming back to me, and I was able to keep conscious track of every single thought feeding to me till it not felt like I was sitting there with a straw sucking up knowledge, and my knowledge and my brain just interpreting it and departmentalizing all of that information that was coming back to me about all of these different things that I was thinking about around different topics, going into different levels of it. It was crazy. Literally, I went out my mind. I literally went out my mind, and then I seen my mind come out of my head in my 3D, 5D vision and just float across the room. And I was like, Mosai, listen, if we don't stop this, whatever I've tapped into, I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop my mind from thinking. I couldn't stop the overthinking. I couldn't stop the computer from processing information. Like, there was no off button. And because my mind was moving like that, my mouth started to move like that. My hands started to move like that. I'm writing and I'm scribing. I'm talking, I'm talking, I'm talking, I'm talking, I'm talking, I'm talking. I can't stop fucking talking, blood. I can't stop talking for days and days and days and days. I'm just talking, talking, talking to multiple entities on different levels, different frequencies. I go in the bathroom, there's a bunch of entities there. They're all connected to color coding. I'm now arranging the toothbrushes and everything in the bathroom in a color coordinated sequence. Yellow is yellow, but then there's something that has yellow and blue. Because it has something with yellow and blue, I can connect blue to that. Blue has something with green, I can connect green to that. So it's literally like I'm making, like, I can't even fully properly. I know what it is that I'm saying because I've done it. I've been doing it. Every room I was going in, I was taking the items in that room and matching them through color codes. I put a towel, for example, I went in the bathroom, like I said, I put a yellow towel over, put the lid on the toilet down, put the yellow towel over the toilet, and then just started to pull everything down from the counters, lining it. It went from the washing basket now to the towel basket, from the laundry basket to the towel basket, to the toilet seat, to the sink, to the windowsill. I've just pulled to the clothes in the basket, in the laundry basket, the dirty clothes I've pulled out, started to fold and match them, color coordinated too. Bab, I've took everything out my makeup bag in the bedroom. Everything in my makeup bag has been able to connect and touch through color matching. I'm in the kitchen, there's color. Bab, I'm off my fucking trolley, mate. As in, like, what's happening to me? If like, when I went, basically what happened with all of that happening, entities in my room, ancestors, physical entities pulling, all kinds of shit going on. I ended up in on a psychiatric ward. So this is February of 2024. I went to Africa first of all, I should say, in February. So I spent a week in Africa. I was being spiritually attacked in Africa. There was so much going on in Africa. Why Spirit sent me there in the blood clot first place. Spirit told me to book it on the Monday. By Wednesday, I was in Africa for the first time by myself. You know what I mean? Been back several times since then by myself again, but that was my first time with Spirit. So I already knew bits was going on before I left for Africa. Before I left for Africa, I was sleeping with a knife in my bed because I was being attacked by entities that were attacking me in the 3D. My son said, "Mom, just bring a knife to bed. Fuck this shit. Bring a knife to bed, man, and just start cutting everybody up, blood. Because if you got the knife in the 3D, you'll manifest the knife in the 5D. So whatever round they're coming at, just go for it, man." And I'm telling you, I'm in the bed being attacked while I've got the fucking knife in my hand, and I'm trying to fucking cut up air. I'm trying to cut up air. That's what it looks like. Not to me, because I can see what I'm cutting up, obviously. But if you walked in the room, it would look like I'm chopping up air. But believe me when I say, like, I can hardly fucking move. The strength it's taking just to try and get my hand from here to here to chop a motherfucker in the first place. Real talk, blood. It was warfare. Warfare. That was going on before I went to Africa. When I came back from Africa, when I was in Africa, fuck me. Not even going to get into it because there's other videos about it. But the point is, by the time I got back, the spiritual warfare from all those people that have been warring against me, family, exes, whatever, yo, stepped up their game, blood. I'm going for a spiritual ascension. So I'm coming out my body because I'm ascending. But I'm also being spiritually attacked while I'm going through my ascension process. And that spiritual attack, an element of that is also trying to send the dark entity to take over my fucking body, to take over my vessel, to fucking step into me and live my life. Blood, it's fucking warfare, blood. This is bigger and badder than blood clot warfare. This is some next level shit, man. So why this entity is trying to get in my body and I'm warring with these other entities around me, as well as I've got bare entities on my side too, you know. When I say I got real niggas on my side. Real fucking niggas. When I say one of the ascending masters that came through to have my back is Dr. Malachi Blood Clot York, mate. And the joke is, Dr. Malachi York ain't even fucking dead. He's not even dead. He's still in prison. You know what I'm saying? He's still in prison. I want to tell you that I writ him. I writ him and I haven't had a response. And I think the reason why I haven't had a response is because I didn't send a paid stamped envelope. How's my man going to send me back a letter to the UK? I should have thought about that. I think I will rewrite. I'm going to resend the letter. The point being, though, anyway, is that man's like Dr. Malachi York, man's like Orion. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Surrounded around, protecting all day long. Well, when I say man's like, I should have said Metatron and Orion. They're on lock all day long anyway. Anubis on lock all day long. But Dr. Malachi York, I've never seen my man step through. You know, is a guy that I rate despite the propaganda and the media and the bullshit. I know that man's put knowledge down in books that there's no way he ain't talking to source. He ain't talking to something outside of himself. There's just no way. And I came across him from 17 years of age. So it's not today and tomorrow that I've been in high level knowledge. Like, I've been breaking shit down from young. But when I'm seeing like ascended masters come through like that in my bedroom, there's about 15 fucking white millionaire judges. I'm in my bedroom naked to the point where I'm like, I need to put on a dressing gown. Like, in my 3D self that can look around the room and know that it's me one in my blood clot room. I feel so uncomfortable with the amount of entities that are in my room right now. Most of them men too. That I gotta go and put on some blood clot clothes in my own fucking bedroom. That's how deep this shit is. This is what I'm saying about the way it was. Is like there was no determining between what was the 3D reality and what was the 3D reality, because it was just one. It was just one. And then boom, my mind just blew and went online. And next thing you know, I'm controlling the TV. I'm controlling technology. I'm telepathically talking to how many different mutants around the world. You know what I mean? These fucking Freemasons now are coming in. You got certain things going on because I'm royalty. So you got the red coats versus the blue coats. The blue coats are your everyday bobbies, police officers on the street. The red coats are your royal fucking... you know what I'm saying? Like, you know the UK monarchy, how it rolls, innit? The soldiers that stand outside Buckingham Palace have got red coats. Red coats surrounding my house. Red coats surrounding the whole fucking block. I'm here. Imagine I'm here on my bed, but through my third eye vision, that's what I can see around me. But the joke is that when I get up and look out the fucking window, I'm seeing the same shit that I'm seeing in my fucking third eye vision. This is why I can't determine what is going on. I'm looking at the bathroom window. There's police there. Why is there police there? Am I making this shit up? Am I out here talking to the police? I'm talking to the police in the fucking Queen's accent, like I'm fucking Charlotte Bridgerton. Sorry, like I'm Queen Charlotte from Bridgerton. I'm talking like I'm from that century. Asking the police officers questions and asking the police officers, do you understand English? Do you understand the Queen's language? Because I've just checkmated you 3 times to the point where I've got 18 points and you've got no points. Are you sure you're having the right conversation with me? And while I'm at the window dropping bombs on this police officer, there's 3 of them out there. There's lights flashing in the shed from the neighbour's garden and a sergeant saying, she's right, she's got the point. Is this all in my fucking head or what? I'm in the shower, you know. I'm hearing people calling me outside in the fucking garden. I look out, it's police. Are you alright? Are you alright? I'm having spiritual downloads about what to say to the police in the Queen's language. And the police are responding back to me, telling me that they understand. And I'm saying to them, how do you understand when the answer that you've just given is incorrect? I've put you in checkmate. You're in checkmate. Do you understand that you're in checkmate right now? It's your move. He's made a move. He's made the wrong move. I've checkmated again. A man outside has flashed the light in the shed and said, she's got the point. This is a game I was playing in my bedroom by myself with the judges that was in my room. Crossing my legs, acting like Queen fucking Charlotte. The way that spirit has got me crossing my legs, I was handicapped. Like it hurt so much to keep my legs in that position. Now I can sleep in that position now. I'm used to bending up my legs that way now. I'm like, my legs have become adapt to it. But at the time, it was the first time spirit had my legs like that. And they were getting me to do it in fucking stiletto heels, 5-inch heels. And I'm in the room by myself talking, sitting down, fucking checkmating 15 fucking blood clot judges in my room. Judges that I've called into court. I've called in my ex-husband's solicitor. I've called in the barrister. I've called in fucking Kafkas. Not the recent one, the one from before. And I've called in certain fucking judges. And they're all in my fucking bedroom spiritually. And they're all alive. It's like a 4D. It's like a 4D realm. It's like an astral projection round. It's like they're here in the astral round. But the astral round operates like the 3D round. So everybody looks like their 3D self. But they look in ghost form. And because I see ghosts, they just look like fucking normal people to me in my room. But obviously they're not, because half of them are ascended along the back wall there. You know what I'm saying? And all the judges are congregated over here. So even though it looks like it's in my room, it's actually bigger than my room. I know this probably ain't gonna make sense to most people, but it is what the fuck it is, mate. You know what I'm saying? So when it's all popping off with these judges, because I'm telling these judges, because obviously court proceedings are still going on at the time. And I'm explaining to these fucking blood clot judges about this blood clot fucking solicitor, yeah? Who I already gave the royal wave to in the 3D in fucking court when I told the bitch to get away from me and she don't want to listen. And Spirit saying to me, give her the royal wave again. I'm not doing things because I'm doing things. Everything I do, even right now, Spirit's telling me to spark up the spliff and smoke it. And I'm like, but Spirit, we're on camera, why would I do that? And Spirit's like, who gives a fuck, blood? Stop playing like we're afraid of the fucking Freemasons and all these fucking people watching us. We know you're watching us and we know you can't do fucking shit. So when Spirit's telling me to do what we're doing, do what we're doing. It's fine. I'm over it. It is what it is, isn't it? When I've called judgment in my blood clot room, summons down these fucking judges, summons down these court people. At first, I weren't going on wild. It started with a simple message. The Almighty told me, I need you to fact check the Bible. I was like, the Bible? The Almighty said, yeah. I said, how am I supposed to fact check the Bible? And I don't even know if the Bible is true or not. Almighty said, open up the Bible. First page, there were some discrepancies. Judges. That's what triggered it. Judges, the fucking contents page of the Bible. Why is there so many judges and 2 kings? That's what just kept ringing in my head. Next thing you know, a pile of judges in the blood. It started out with 1. Next thing you know, a pile of blood clot judges in it. And I'm explaining to them about the court proceedings. I've drawn out the documentation. I've drawn out court bundles. I've got the folders all around me. There's paperwork. And I'm explaining to them what's gone on in court. And I'm explaining to them, this is my case. This is what I put forward. And this is what these fuckers have put forward. How does that make sense? This is like a checkmate situation outside with the fucking police. Do these court people understand the fucking the jargon that I have put in these court documents? Because I never writ them. The Almighty writ them. Divine writ them. Spirit writ them. I don't even know half of the fucking things that I was being told to put in these documents. But I know there's something in these documents. But the way these people have handled these documents, it's like these documents ain't fuck all. And these documents have gone into court as court evidence, man. Are they clocking? Because I've asked my girl to meet me in private so we can have a conversation. So I can say to her, yo, you girl, did you see what I put in that statement there? Did you see that bit? Do you know that you're accountable for that? Like, that's on you. Because I need to know if you understand what I'm writing, or if you think I'm a mad fucking woman and I'm licking psalms in the blood clot paperwork for fun. We're in spiritual court, bitch. We're in spiritual court. It's not just 3D court, it's spiritual court. It's court on every fucking dimensional level. Are you getting it? Because the way you're moving, I can clearly see something's terribly wrong. So hear me to the judge. Listen, judge. Just tell my girl, yeah, because I've told her to come into chambers. Because that's where I am. I'm in my bedroom. I'm Queen Charlotte. That would be the correct terminology for my bedroom, my chambers. The court system use the same terminology, chambers. Come into chambers, let's talk. This is outside of court proceedings. We're now in chambers. Let's have a conversation. It's almost like, all right, then relax. Let's just talk now. Let's see what I go on. It's that conversation. You know when you watch movies and the 2 lawyers go into the room with the judge and everybody's just like, fuck this man. He's taking the piss, man. You know what I'm saying? Drop this. Whatever. We want this. You know what it was? It's that time. My battery's going to die. Anyway, I'm saying to them, I'm writing it in the documents, and I'm not just writing it in the documents, I'm putting it in emails too. And I'm giving my girl an opportunity to step into chambers with me, and she ain't taking it. And I'm saying, don't she realize that the things that I've put in these papers, if she don't acknowledge things quite quickly, she's gonna end up showing her drawers. She's gonna have her knickers on display. Now you might think that's nothing, innit? But remember, I'm Queen Charlotte at this particular time. And the worst thing for a lady in that era would be to have her underwear on show. You have to understand the significance of the matter. And the judges understood the significance of the matter, and she was called into chambers and she refused. Imagine. She refused to enter into chambers with me. No problem. No problem. Court has already commenced. No problem. You do you, Baba. You do you. I warn people all the time, you know. Like I used to, I should say. I used to give them the message that Spirit used to give me to give them. And nobody was appreciative of the message. Do you know what I mean? Because when Spirit delivers it, I don't know who the fuck I am. Again, judgment. But when I'm coming to you with a message, when Spirit's coming with a message, they're not coming with a message, you know. They're coming to lick it down, blood. They're coming to lick down. So you see all of those entities and demons running around up in Uno. They're getting licked out, blood, because spirit's just coming with truth, and it's gonna lick you like the blood clot truth, and then don't nothing lick like the truth. Don't nothing lick like the blood clot truth. So when you get licked with the truth, a demon drops a demon. That's why you feel the way you feel, because you just lost them, man. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right then. Who can't hear will feel. The Almighty has reassured me of that. Or should I say, assured me of that. Don't worry about it. What got done, got done. So while I'm going through court proceedings, fucking MK Ultra, I'm going through Masonic rituals. I've never been to a Masonic lodge in my blood clot life. So for me to be doing certain practices and doing certain things that I know generally have got nothing to do with the Freemasons. This is my ancestral knowledge, rude boy. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what nobody says. I know what I've downloaded about the Freemason, yeah, the society, or even, you can't even call it the Freemason, to be fair, because what the Freemason is today is not what the Freemason originally began as. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like Chinese whispers. But the root of it is ancestral to me. And I know that, having gone through Dr. Malachi York's Black Book, where he's actually explaining the Masonic order and how it actually came from the ancient Egyptian order. He talks about the hoodwinking. He talks about going through the initiation of Islam, the initiation of Judaism, the initiation of Christianity, the steps, the opening of the mouth ceremony. A lot of these things you see in the Freemasonry, and I'm like connecting it up, thinking, what the fuck's going on here? You know what I'm saying? And then now, 2024, when I'm going through these initiations and whatever, I know what's going on. By the time I got 2025 and actually went to Africa, and I'm in Africa going on with fucking Freemasonry rituals, with a group of fucking people that I've just met that are also involved somehow, some way, going on with the same fucking ritual. And I'm just like, you know what? I told Almighty, you have to show me with my 3D eyes, you know. That's what I said. Could have been back in 2018, you know, when I was telling the Almighty to break me blood clot down, turn me in a blood clot mush. Make me more like you, Almighty. You know what I'm saying? Those were my prayers. Those were my affirmations. That's what I was stepping out every fucking morning, running to, juicing to, exercising to, meditating on. Everything I touch turns to gold. Yeah. Break it down. I got more than a breakdown, blood. I got more than a breakdown. I lost my fucking head, blood. I lost my mind. I lost my fucking mind. Me, you know. I'm a mental warrior, blood. Don't play with me. I'm intellectual and I'm spiritual, and I combine the two. Like, I have a mastermind. This shit. I lost my mind, but it's like I had to lose my mind to actually regain my actual mind. I had to break through the barriers of the confinement of the matrix and step out to what I believe to be the 3D reality, when actually the 3D reality is an illusion. And instead of walking with my conscious self being first, I had to learn through experiences and discernment that actually the conscious me is not the one leading things here. Far from, actually. The subconscious me is running the show. And the first acknowledgement of that was, again, end of 2023, November, December. This is before my son told me to sleep with a knife. No. When I say before, as in probably 2 nights before. But before before what attacked me, which is why my son says to sleep with a knife, I had another experience 2 nights before, where just as I was waking up from a sleep, so my consciousness was waking up in my mind, I heard in my head, shh, shh, be quiet, she's waking up now. And I've become aware, my conscious self has become aware that my subconscious self has just said, shh, be quiet, she's waking up now. Who the fuck's waking up? Who are you talking to? If I'm just waking up, who the fuck are you talking to? Now, prior to that, from 2022, I've already worked out that there's 5 personalities in me, you know. So it's not like, say, this is going to be the first time that I'm understanding that I've got multiple personalities within my one body. My inner child, my divine feminine, my divine masculine, my shadow self, my higher self, my hidden self, whatever. The point being, though, is that I'm aware of all of that. What I wasn't aware of is this level here of my higher self, and whoever else they're talking to within me are plotting and planning when my conscious self is not even involved in the situation. They deliberately work together when I'm not active. That was some disturbing shit. And it bothered me because I thought I was the controller. I thought the conscious me talking to you right now was the controller. So who the fuck are these fucking pussyos to be meeting up and having meetings without me? Like, don't get me wrong, I know that the conscious mind is the conscious mind, but up until that point, I thought that me and my conscious mind were, you know, we were on one together. And then I just found myself consciously saying, nah, I want in. I realized that I'm the outsider. I want in, fuck that. And if I have to step back in order to be made privy of what's going on a deeper level, then ego, whatever, bun that. I'm more than happy to step back. And that's what happened. I stepped back, but the process of stepping back was gradual. They were like testing me. Now you gotta go to Africa. 2 weeks later, we're sending you back to Africa. 2 months after that, we're sending you Istanbul. 2 months after that, we're sending you Jamaica. 2 months after that, we're sending you Bali. You're going to Dubai too. 2 months after that, you're going to Peru. All by myself. Apart from Jamaica, I took my daughter. But even that, I knew that I was going to be on some fuck shit. So I just made her know, I'm going to be on some fuck shit, you know, because the ancestors are sending me here to go on with some fucking rituals and meet some Freemasons. So if you see mommy going on with bits, don't say nothing, you know, Baba. She's no, mum, I'm fine. As long as I can order my room service in the hotel and do what I'm doing, I'm fine. And I got Wi-Fi. It's all good. Do what you got to do. Apart from one day when spirit kind of confirmed was moving me, and we were on a raft, the two of us, you know, them Jamaican little yardie rafts where they take you down the river and clay you up and play music and you burn little weed and whatever. It was a good day, but spirit come true, blood. The whole thing turned into a fucking ritual. And guess who's involved? The man rowing the boat, blood. That's the comp. That's the fucking contender. He's gotta get us upstream. From the get-go, you know, the pussyo wanted us to go on a lighter boat thing. Like the raft is made out of bamboo. And he wants us to move. It's pissing it down with rain. I'm so upset because I don't like being wet and cold. I've got trauma about being wet and cold, even though I'm a mermaid. But I've got trauma about being wet and cold. So I'm going through trauma because I'm wet and cold. Even though it's Jamaica, it's fucking cold. We're in a storm season. I left Jamaica on the 14th of I went to Jamaica on the 14th. Went Jamaica on the 7th. Came back on the 14th. The tornado that mashed up Jamaica in 2025 hit on the 21st of October. Real talk. So when I was out there, you don't already know the wind was already coming through. The storm was already on its way. And the ancestors that got me pumping down these rituals that are just creating more storm energy. It's popping off, blood. So the youth that was on a mission and rare what happened and he tried to make it up the river before spirit needed to do what they needed to do through me. There's no way this pussy's beating me. You got no fucking chance. And I've allowed spirit, the divines just come straight away through the trees and the sun's just come through. And I'm talking directly. You know what I'm saying? And listen, it's a mad thing, blood. And when I'm saying what I'm saying about talking directly, this is beyond clairvoyance. This is beyond mediumship. This is shamanic, but this ain't traditional European shamanic. This is ancestral, way back shamanic, mixed in with some celestial fucking shit from times where Palladians and, you know, the first fucking people, the Anunnakis, like it's mixed in with that shit. It's next level fucking shit. And I know it's next level shit because by the time January 2026 came and I went to Peru on my shaman fucking adventure course, it really got serious. You know what I'm saying? When I say my answer, the snake come through. The fucking the ayahuasca snake come through, grandma snake, grandma come through, you fucking name it, everything come through, to the point where the energy was being drawn in so fucking strong. A snake came out of the Amazon fucking jungle and wiggled and coiled its way right up to the blood clot door where I fucking was. And I got the blame. Everybody blamed me for it. That's because of Asherah. That's because of Asherah. When I say I was scapegoated by my shamanic tutor, by the man of the healing center, accused of taking over the ritual, accused of being evil, accused of being working voodoo. These people don't know me, but they got bare things to say about me. And I've done nothing. I've done nothing. I ain't done one ritual in my eye. You know what I'm saying? I'm just pattering around. La 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 la. I just got the ancestors working through me blood. When they say go left, I go left. When they say go right, fuck knows, I go right blood. And if I don't want to go right, believe me, my legs are going right whether or not I want them to. And Africa 2024 showed me that. I was 5.5 hours away in the jungle without my passport, and the ancestors took over my whole fucking body and just started to move me. I was even talking in African. I've seen myself do some shit, that I wouldn't have believed it if my 3D self hadn't been allowed in to be able to sit in an observation position and just allow my 5D to do what the fuck she wants to do. So when my 5D is just allowed to do what she wants to do and she's connected and she's plugged in, everything and anything is possible, to the point where I'm telling you now, I can fly. I don't give a shit what anybody says. In my 3D blood clot body, I can fly, to the point where 2024, I was ready to just jump out the window, because as far as I'm concerned, what spirit had shown me and what I knew what was going on, and when I felt my body levitate off the bed and all the rest of it, like, I'm convinced, blood, spirit, you don't have to do no more. You don't have to show me no more, okay? You don't have to show me no more. You want me to go out the window? I'm going out the blood clot window. Because either way, it's good. If I go out the window and I'm dead, I'm in the astral planes, I'm with ancestors, I'm there with the divine. And if I go out the window and I fly, I'm all good. I'm with ancestors, I'm with astral plane, I'm with the blood clot divine. So regardless of what, the outcome is the same. So it just makes fucking sense to me. It makes sense to me. What the ancestors show me, what they've done with me, what they've done to me. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, man. I walk in absolute faith and I don't give a damn, blood. There's been times where the ancestors have told me that man there is a mission. Do you accept the mission? What do I have to do for the mission? Well, the first time when you go there, you're gonna go there with no drawers, and you're gonna sleep with him, and this is what's gonna happen. And they showed me everything, step by step by step by step by step, what was gonna happen. Do you accept the mission? Yes or no? Do you accept the mission? I know I can say no. No, I do not accept the mission, because I've said no. I've said no. There's been certain things that I'm just like, there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell. And there's been things that I've said no to and sat down for 6 months, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with spirit. I know there's no way. I've been at my cousin's yard, bawling in front of her altar, because we share the same blood clot ancestors. And all I got her asking them the same blood clot questions, just to make sure what they're telling me they want me to do is what they actually want me to do. And she's the witness. Yes, 3 blood clot time. We asked that 3 different times. Yes. Say no more. Say no blood clot more, man. I know every person that is coming into my life, months, weeks, sometimes I'll have 2 years before they enter. And if I don't get the download that they're entering, by the time they do enter and become face to face with me, I've already got the download of what the plan is. And the joke is, half the time there's multiple plans. It can go this way, it can go that way, it can go this way, it can go that way. I'm just looking out for the energy. If the person moves left, all right, okay, we're going down that way. If the person moves right, we go down that way. I don't try and control nothing. I'm just observing. Which way are you moving? so I know how to move to. And spirit is constantly there. All of what I don't see, my head's down. I got eyes at the top of my head. I got eyes at the side of my head. I got eyes at the back of my head. I see what I see all of what I'm not see. And I see bare stuff with eyes closed, eyes open. It don't matter, man. Eyes wide shut. I still see. I know the plan. Sometimes the plan comes to me so far in advance. I'm like, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way, man. Even when the Almighty gives me messages to give to people, I'm like, there's no way. I don't even want to give them that message, man. You sure that's the message? That's the vision I'm seeing, blood. I'm like, nah, I can't say that to the person. Yo, the amount of times I've been put in them sticky situations, and then get put to go through the situation, accept the challenge, just to find out that what the Almighty is telling me to tell them, they already know and they confirm to be true already. Yeah, I've learned to step out of my blood clot way and not think about it. When I used to do mediumship training, like when I was a medium anyway, but I got involved with this circle of people at a spiritual church, and they was teaching me how to hone in and develop that skill, which was good, don't get me wrong. But Jean, my intermediate and then my advanced teacher, her method or methodology in her class was, you don't think when you link. So you're not supposed to be thinking when you're linking. If you're seeing something or you're hearing something, let it roll out. Don't, what is that? What is that? What are they doing? What am I looking at? Is that really me? Am I losing my mind? Am I making this up? Like, all of that has to go. You just have to be a vessel and just be open to channel whatever it is that you're getting. And I eat that, blood. No, nothing more, nothing less. But back then, I used to do it a lot like, oh, I think they're showing me this, but I don't think that's right. Don't think why you link. That's what everybody used to shout out at the same time. Or Jean used to set them off. And it's true. So now I do not think when I link. I just allow spirit to show me. And what spirit shows me blows my fucking mind. It blows my mind in a way that draws tears. It blows my mind that makes me laugh. Sometimes it blows my mind that makes me laugh and cry in the same minute. I'm talking crying, or like cow bawl crying, and then laughing so hard I'm crying. It's been a mindfuck, blood. But this morning, which is the point of the video, I woke up. I was listening to a reading. I was getting ready. I got out the shower, greasing down my body, blah, 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 blah. I want to tell you that I bought a really big bottle of almond oil. Love that shit. So, I'm rubbing up well. Anyway, this thought comes to me like a download. I'm like, what? And I go over to where the light is on the wall, and I just start thumping the wall and crying. Reading out, because in my mind's eye, I can see what I used to have pinned to the wall before I even decorated the wall. Now, on that wall, there's wallpaper now, but at the time, that wall was just white. And I had something pinned on the wall, a message to myself. One day, I'm going to sign a contract. It's like, say, the emotions are just rising up in me, man, because it's so deep in it. But one day, I'm going to sign a contract so big that me and my family are not going to have to worry about finances ever a fucking again, mate. Yeah? Every single day is going to be like their birthday. LOL, surprise, rise. Now, that hasn't been on the wall since 2024. Yeah? Before I went in the madhouse, that was on the wall. I spent 4 weeks in the madhouse. When I came out the madhouse, I want to say it wasn't on the wall because the kids had like packed up everything, because obviously I'd been going on with fuckery in the room. Remember I said I've got everything colour coordinated. Everything is colour coordinated. Everything. It's like OCD and another fucking, it's like rainbow OCD. Cigarette boxes, cigarettes standing up, fucking crystals. Anything that was in this room, empty bottles, cups, everything became part of a display. From the floor to the beds to the chest of drawers around the TV in front of the mirror, nothing was free from it. Nothing was free from whatever was happening to me at that time. But when I came out of the hospital, I want to say that it was still up there, but if it wasn't up there for long, and I've put everything in a suitcase that is under the bed right now because I got one of them lift up beds or whatever. Point is though, that's where that thing was on the wall over there by the light. So when I went over there this morning and just started bawling and thumping the wall and just started to repeat that same thing, it's like the Almighty was making me know. You see that? You remember that seed that you planted there? That's on its way, boo. Yeah? Divine timing. That's what we're blood clotting right now. For me anyway. Divine blood clot timing. Seeds fucking sowed are going to be harvest. They are coming. The body in blood. The body. And it's so significant to me because I just finished my level 3 wine tasting course, which is all about the vine and the process the vines go through from budding to flowering to graping and whatever. You know what I mean? Big course. But that's what it feels like to me. It feels like spring, budding, new shoots, new opportunities, everything planted. The ground is ready now. The witchcraft, the fuckery, the bullshit. Nah, we're not having it no more. Not even that we're not having it no more, but just not in that frequency anymore. I've jumped timeline. The other day, 2 weeks ago, I was on my bed, climbing through an imaginary timeline, ripping through, coming off the bed, literally pulling myself through the timeline. Every part of me came off the fucking bed and I stepped through this imaginary timeline. Don't play with me. I'm jumping, and I'm jumping at will. I'm jumping when I say so. And when I say I say so, it's spirit working through me. So really, it's spirit say so. But because I am on spirit time, it's my say so. Because I'm ready. I'm ready when I'm ready. As soon as spirit's ready, I'm ready. And if spirit ain't ready, I'm ready. I'm ready, so I don't have to get ready. A bee's ready. On a daily, man. And that's what I just been doing. Bam, 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 bam. 2022, I kept a whole 360-day diary. You can see I put the blood clot working, even Saturday and Sunday. And if it weren't in my business, it's spiritual. And if it's not spiritual, it's personal. It's one of them elements are going on. There's not a day where something ain't getting dealt with. Multiple days where all three of them are getting dealt with. But there ain't no sit down around here. Even now, sitting here, nothing but healing going on, nothing but jumping timelines, nothing but raising frequencies, nothing but talking to the divine and spirit. Lock in, blood. Lock in. I don't know how everybody's spending their day, but me, I just spend my day every day in blood clot bliss, man. I'm laughing till I'm crying. I'm joking, ramping with spirits. Spirits coming in. Spirits controlling my body. I'm on the bed. Then I'm over there. Then I'm dancing. I'm just laughing. I'm laughing at what my body is doing without my control. And I love it. Do you know what I mean? I love it. At any point, I can take back control. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. They got you know what I'm saying? I can take control, but I don't want control, blood. The way I see my body move, I couldn't even put that wine down if I tried, rude boy. I couldn't even put that. If you asked me to do it again, I couldn't do it. That's fact. That's why I know. I know anyway. Like I said, it's been going on for a while. From 2022, I've been dancing with the ancestors, watching my feet bang down in the dirt, dust all around me. I'm in my bedroom, blood, but the floor looks like Africa. There's all beads. There's a row of fucking women. And then I've had all of this confirmed anyway too from other people doing journeying and shamanic work on me and stuff like that. But there's so much more to learn and there's so much more to come in with. I see different gifts developing every single day. I see different changes in myself every single day. I see developments happening every single day. I'm so fucking excited for every single day. I can't wait to get home, to get into fucking bed, to wake up the next day, to do it all again. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited. I'm generally excited. So I just wanted to jump on a video because lately I haven't been filming because again I've just been going through the motions. But recently I've been saying, do you know what? I need to capture some of these hot minutes because life be lifing, and life gonna be lifing soon. So in 2025, when I went to between 2025 and 2026, I've been to 7 countries. Do you know what I mean? Don't ask me how, but I know that's what the Almighty has done. And I've been living it 5-star. Don't get it twisted. And I've been in the jungle. And I've been in the sticks too. And I've been in the bushes. You know what I mean? Where there ain't even running blood clot water to flush the toilet. You have to fill up a bucket. So when I say like I've lived in both extremes the whole time, and I'm living like a blood clot millionaire without being a millionaire. But the thing is, you have to live the millionaire blood clot lifestyle before you can achieve the millionaire lifestyle, because it's a mindset. And that's what Spirit's been showing me here. Have a little bit more of this. They're sprinkling a little bit more fairy dust on me. Yeah. The fairies are coming in and helping out. Like I said, they're phrase all around me. The birds are talking. The plants are talking. The flowers are talking. Yesterday I went and bought myself 4 plants. Spirit saying it's time now. You've regulated your energy. I used to just kill them. I used to just kill the fucking plants, mate. Your energy's too strong. Now you've learnt to regulate yourself. My nervous system isn't on this anymore. That's what I used to be on, you know. I didn't even know that's what I was on until I weren't on it anymore. That's not being on it made me know that I've been like this the whole fucking time. And when my energy is like this, so sharp, so intense, so intense, so intense, it's hard for people. Never mind blood clot plants. So through the regulation now, I can manage my energy and decide when it goes up, when it goes down, when it just stays neutral. My battery's dead. Let me call it a night. 1:41 on the clock. I love that. What I might as well do is just let it cut when it cuts, innit? But the lights have gone dim, so it is what it is. But just to say that this morning, the download about I am going to sign a contract that me and my family are never going to... And when I say my family, we're talking blood clot legacy. Not today and tomorrow. Legacy. And when I say contract, I'm talking going into covenant with the Almighty. But it looks like a 3D contract here on earth. Yeah? I'm going to my soul tribe. I'm calling my soul tribe. I'm not doing nothing. I don't get off my phone. I don't lift a finger. I just allow the Almighty to do what they're doing. And when it comes to action, even sometimes I'm lying in my bed, I'm hungry. I do not want to go downstairs and get food. Spirit be like, don't worry, we're going to get it. They get my body and they go downstairs. By the time I come back upstairs, I'm like, what the fuck? You done it all? Like, it didn't even feel like it was me that went downstairs. It felt like time had stopped. I don't know any other way to explain it. It's so bizarre, but it's so profoundly refreshing at the same time, because I didn't want to go downstairs. If you wait on me to feed us, we're never gonna eat. If you wait on the 3D me, we will starve, because I'm not in control. I'm not in control. So the 5D me is like, we'll go downstairs and get the food. We'll bring up the food. We know you're not going to eat it yet, but we'll sit the food down there for when you're ready. Or do you know what? Pick up this right now, because we're going to use this. We're going to get that later. I come in the house, go in the fridge, grab 2 oranges. You don't feel like eating right now, but get the vitamin C. After the vitamin C, then we're going to go and do this. It's step by step, literally like their hand holding me through life right now. Literally, that's how it feels. I feel like a baby learning to walk, and Spirit's got me by my blood clot hand. And that is absolutely fine with me, because I wouldn't want it any other way, because I am nothing but a baby. And I will always be a baby in my father's eyes. You get what I'm trying to say? And my mother's eyes. And it's humbling and it's refreshing. And I feel safe that I can be a baby. I can walk in faith blindly. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm protected in the bosoms of. And I've already seen that. I've got some dark fucking ancestors and dark entities around me. They don't fuck to take a nigga out, blood. Lives be lifing and lives be missing, blood. Fuck with me, that's fine. Fuck with me. But just make sure you're man enough and woman enough to deal with the consequences that come from fucking with a divine being that's protected. Not only that, spirituality. Not only that, a fucking judge. They've come here to judge you. When you're fucking with me, you've come here to be judged. Your behavior towards me is your judgment. It is what is going to condemn you. So I don't have to worry about that. Your behavior towards me is no reflection of me. I'm still me. I'm still good. I'm still gonna do me. I'm gonna still live my life. Nothing you say or nothing you do is gonna stop me from doing me. And as long as I'm living right and I'm living upright and I'm living righteously through the hand of the Almighty and the Divine, then Bob, nothing else don't matter. What is there else to worry about, blood? Everything is in abundance and everything is right. But if I'm gonna be bad mind and I'm gonna go on and deal with people the way they've dealt with me, then I'm fucked. I'd never cast a spell on somebody. What for? Fuck you. If I cast a spell on you, I'm casting a spell on me because everything I put out returns to me. So I only put out good stuff. Every single day is a positive day because that's all I want in my life. That's my standard. Yeah, it can't get lower than that. So because that's my standard, I don't give out less than what is my standard. And I'll talk and I'll chat and I'll say what the fuck it is I feel. Don't get me wrong. But in terms of poisoning and wishing ill and bad tent on people and harsh and negativity, nah, fuck that. I'll tell you about your fucking self because if that's what spirit tells me to tell you, you're definitely going to know it and you're definitely going to hear it. And I don't mix and I don't mince my blood clot words. I said what I said, period. But I don't have to go out there and inflict nothing on nobody. You're mad. I wouldn't dream of it. I wouldn't dream of it. I don't need to. I've seen the Almighty take action so many times. If anything, I say to people, please don't trouble me. Just allow me. Because I don't want nothing to happen to you. Even my own fucking kids, when I was in the madhouse and they're going on with things, I'm having to say, Nick, boy, stand down. Stand down. I cannot protect you from the Almighty when you're coming at me. I want to protect you because you're my child, but the Almighty ain't gonna allow me to prevent them from dealing with you after they've witnessed you deal with me in a particular way. No, son, I cannot protect you. Take time. Take time, babes. I have to deal with my kids like that, man. Take time, please, I beg you. You know what I'm saying? Please. Because the Almighty don't play about. Definitely don't play about me. So on that one. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Mwah. I feel so good. I can't even lie. I feel like I can't wait for it to get a little bit warmer. Oh my god, man. Traffic blocking. Let's just put it that way. Take care.